All right, welcome everybody to Smart TV today. We're going to have some fun talking about the new algorithm that Facebook has put out, the new update that they've gotten together. So if you want to follow along with us, it would be great. If you have questions, please feel free to ask them on the feed as we go along and do this. And I'll do the best I can to catch them. If I don't answer your question, feel free to ask it again so that we make sure we get those, because sometimes I might not see those posts come up. So today we're going to talk about the Facebook algorithm, and grab my markers here. If you've remembered from the past on Facebook's algorithm, you've known that they call it the edge rank. And so what happens with it is there's several factors that go into it. So let's talk about what they've had in the past and how it has changed up to today. So one of the first things that we want to look at what is Facebook looking at is how much is the relationship or the interaction you have with the people that are following you on your business page. Okay? So it's measuring interaction. Okay? Or basically, what is the relationship? How important are you to that person? That is a very important part of the algorithm. Okay? Now, realize this algorithm is dependent upon you and one person. So each one of your followers will have a different edge rank or a different number that comes in. Okay? So it's based upon their perspective of the relationship with you. So that relationship is important. How much interaction are they getting? So there's likes is one way that they can interact with you. They can leave comments on your posts as well. They can also share your comment, and likes also considers reactions up here too. So these are the three major things that people can do with your content on Facebook. And so the more that people do these things, and the bigger that relationship is that Facebook believes that the more that Facebook will believe that you and that person are important to each other. So I like to assign a point value. So likes are considered 1 point. So every time somebody hits a like button, that is a point that adds to that relationship. Anytime somebody comments on your post is 2 points, actually 3 points, sorry. These are 3 points. So commenting, people are physically doing something. They're putting out information, they're typing. So that means that they are going to be more involved with that content. Not just a like button and moving on, but they're actually commenting on it. So that's an important factor as well. The thing that is really nice is the shares have 7 points. So if you notice that the point value goes up quite a bit, the more people are willing to interact with you on social media. And that's very important. So the more you can get shares, the more comments, the better. They're more important than likes. So those will help you get that ranking to go up a lot faster if you get more comments. So the interaction is very important on a business page. The more interaction you have, then the more that more people will see your content. Okay? So if somebody sees a post and they hit the like button, that'll make them a little bit more likely to see the next post that you put out. If they comment or share, then they're even more likely to see the next post. And if they interact with that post, then they'll see the next post too. So what this does is helps tell Facebook that they want to see more of your content if they're interacting with it. And the more valuable interactions, the better. So that'll help you a lot in building that relationship up. This will help you with your organic reach of your Facebook page. And now that Instagram and Twitter also do algorithms, this is a similar concept that you want to realize with them, is this is how they're measuring what that interaction is, how important you are to other people, whether you are relevant to them or not. So this is a very important part, okay, the interactions. Another part is the timing of your content. Okay, so this is one that you have a little bit better control over yourself, that you can do things to help make this better for you, because timing of your content, okay, is very important. So what this means is the more you can post content closer to the time that people are on your page or looking at social media, then the more likely it is that they will see it. Okay, so the time value is important. So if you think about it, if you think about a post, okay, let's say there is a meter on your post, okay? So on this meter, when you first put your post out, this meter is up at 100%. You have full points for that post. Then what you do is, as time goes on, the time between when you post and they see it, as time goes on, this value will drop. Okay? You'll see this value drop over time. So what happens is if you post, say, 10 in the morning and your followers are getting on around 6 o'clock at night, then you're going to lose a lot of this time value, and that's going to drag negatively on your post. Okay, so if you guys have questions as we're going along about the Facebook algorithm, how you can use it for your business and how you can increase your organic reach on social media, let us know if you have questions on these things while we're talking. We're going over the Facebook algorithm right now and how that algorithm works and what are the things that we can do as business owners to make sure that we have a chance of getting more organic reach for our content. So timing is a very important part of that. The closer you can time the posting of your content to when your followers are out there looking, then this value will go up. Okay, it makes it very important. So always look at your analytics to understand what is the timing. And Facebook has a really good analytic they do for this one. When you look in there, you go into your people, it'll tell you what times of the day and which days of the week are people on social media out of your followers. So that will help you get an idea of where should you post it. So if you go on to Facebook and you see the graph, and you'll see some peaks and some valleys, or maybe there's a group of your followers that jump on in the morning just about before they start work, but then they get into work, so they get off of Facebook, and so there's less people on, and then it rises around the noon time, maybe just after noon. People are checking Facebook. They're already kind of sick of working by 2 o'clock. They're getting tired, so they're looking for a funny video to watch to wake them up. And then after work, they come back in, and it's a big time, 7, 8 o'clock at night or something, and they're on a lot. So that is important to look at that and realize what times of the day should I be putting my messages out. So when you look at this, the thing to realize is if you have most of your followers on at let's say this is 9 p.m., okay? If most of your followers are on at 9 p.m., then what you want to do is plan your content about 15 to 20 minutes earlier than that. So you're just below the peak, so as your content makes it through the system, gets out on social media, then you'll get an extra boost of those extra people using social. So at least you have a chance of being seen before people are getting off of their Facebook page and moving on. So just pay attention to that and realize that the sooner you can time your content to when your people are most likely to be on social, the better. And this will change with every social site you have. People use Twitter or LinkedIn or Pinterest different than they do Facebook. So you want to be aware of how your followers are using social media. So that's a very important part. The other one is type of content. This is important as well because Facebook tends to prefer certain types of content. They want to encourage you to post certain types of content. And so they put a value to so a text-based post maybe has 1 point. An image-based post will have 5 points. A video will have, say, 8 points, and live video is 10 points. So this is how they rank things, and this is part of the lever that Facebook uses to determine who sees what and what kinds of posts they want to encourage. So they tend to play with this one a little bit to evaluate it. So depending upon what they want you to post, you can get different boosts. So like live video and video will obviously reach more people faster than text-based content. In fact, right now, video tends to be shown pretty close to the top of the news feed. So when you put a video out, it has a greater chance of going to the top of all of your followers' news feed really fast. That increases the interaction, increases their video views, and so forth. So the more you can produce in video, the better that's going to be to get more people to see your content. So we highly recommend video, especially live video, like what we're doing today, posting live video. Very, very important to get more content in front of more people in less time. So this is typically what Facebook's algorithm has been over the past of determining how people are interacting with you, What is the timing between you posting and them seeing it? And what kind of content are you putting out there, and what value are we assigning to the different types of content? Now they're changing things even more. So these still matter. Okay, they're still a part of this, but now there's another component to this algorithm. Okay, and this is a very important one that they're looking at now called time on content. That is the new factor that you have to think about. How much time are people spending engaging with your posts? So this helps Facebook to understand even more relevancy. Because sometimes people hit the like button and move on quickly. It doesn't mean they want to see more of that, but it could mean that they just like your status update and want to move on. So they're leaving a reaction or something, but they're not interacting with it. And, you know, maybe they see the title of a post you put out and thought, oh, that's kind of cute. I'm going to hit the like button, but I'm going to move on. But time on content is now measuring how long are they spending interacting with that post. Are they reading it? Are they looking at the pictures on it? Are they clicking the links and so forth? So how are people actually interacting with your content? This is the new factor that they're coming up with. And so you need to pay attention to this. So if you write content to put out on social media that is short, that is easy, fast to read, then sometimes you'll have a problem with that. Bonjour. And so you want to make sure that you have content that people will stick around and observe. So a couple of advantages, a couple of tricks you can do with this is one is video. Video and live video will help. If you can keep people around for a few extra minutes and they can watch those videos, then that'll interact. That'll show that they're spending time with your content. So video is an easy way to digest information, and that will help out a lot. And, oh, sorry, I can't see the post. Sorry, my French is really bad. You might have to translate that one to English for me. I apologize. But that's what you want to look at. Bigger articles, if you're putting out pictures, maybe consider adding more than one picture on there as well, so that there's several pictures that people can look through to gather information and see things. That'll let them spend a little more time on that post. Or make sure if you're putting out a text-based post, or even just something with images, there's more information there. That it's something that's catchy, and they'll stick around and read it. You don't have to put long-form stuff like whole blog posts and things, but add something like a small paragraph with a picture, or multiple pictures with a small post, or video and things to allow and encourage people to stick around longer is going to make a bigger difference. That's going to help tremendously in increasing the time on content that people are spending. So this is the new algorithm factor that Facebook has added in. And don't be surprised if something like this shows up on Instagram as well, since they're owned by Facebook. Then just realize that we want to encourage more people to spend more time interacting with your content and doing things with you. So one of the reasons that this is important is because when you're putting posts out onto social media, the thing that you want to look for is as people are interacting with you, as they're liking, commenting, sharing on your stuff, as you're timing your content well or using ads and things to boost your posts and get things seen, you're putting out good content people are interested in, you're increasing that time interacting in your posts. All of this will build your organic views or organic interactions on social media. The big value for this is as you do this, as people interact with any content you have, the more likely they'll be to see the next post that comes out. So a good strategy for this is no matter, just pick content that people want to see, the people that you want to do business with. What is it they're looking for? It could be news items. It could be stuff around a holiday. It could be major events that are happening or community events that are happening. Anything that'll get people to come look at your page, to interact with your content, even funny videos or other things, anything that'll help improve the chances of being seen and that'll boost those interactions will help you get your next post seen. So what we recommend is do 3 or 4 posts, 1 to 2 times a day, over a couple of days, where you will be able to get them to interact. Okay, again, whether it's news, whether it's holidays, community events, other things that are happening in the moment, very good information, funny videos. It really doesn't matter what the content is, but if you can get people to interact a couple of times over a couple of days with your content, even if it has nothing to do with your business, then the next couple of posts you put out are about your business. Those posts will have a much higher organic reach to the people. So that will make a bigger difference in helping you make sure that you can get a better organic reach. Okay, it doesn't mean Facebook ads are bad. We buy Facebook ads every month for our clients. We do a lot with Facebook ads. They work really, really well. However, the more organic reach you can get, the better. And so you want to improve your content. You want to make it worth interacting with. Okay, so that'll help a lot. Make sure you have better content. Make sure that you're looking at your analytics to check the timing of your posts as well, to get them out for the right audience. Okay, so use the analytics like Facebook will give you to track this, and look at what days and times are you getting the interactions as well. Because even though you might be timing it, they might be getting interactions at a little bit different time than you're thinking. So look for those trends. When are people interacting? What days do we get the most likes, comments, or shares? What time of day seems to do the best on our content, as well as what the analytics are telling us? And that combination of data will really help you dial in to get your posts out to the right people at the right time. Then you're putting high value content out here that Facebook likes, and then of course making sure that it's not something they can just digest and move on fast, but something that they can stick around with. So this means you need to take more time to invest in your content. Make it so that you can share it more. You can post more about it. It's not just quick, short stuff that you're just hurrying throwing out and I'm just going to sit down for the next 20 minutes and write out a whole bunch of posts to put out. That doesn't work anymore. If you don't have the data behind it, then you're completely wasting your time. So make sure you have good time on content on those posts as well. So if you have questions, ask us on the live feed. Either we're on Twitter and Periscope or even on Facebook. Let us know what the questions are you have, and we'll do our best to answer these. The one question I know that oftentimes comes up when we talk about this is Instagram's algorithm. It's very similar to this. They haven't released a ton of data about it, but it's what they've released has basically said this is kind of the same thing that Instagram is going to be doing as well in their algorithm. Twitter hasn't given a lot of details on their algorithm, but I'm sure they're going to be following some similar ideas as far as like interactions and so forth. So make sure that you are tied into those so that you know what's happening. So another thing to realize is this takes a lot of upfront time. Okay, you should be spending more time thinking about the posts, thinking about the content, thinking about your timing of the content than you are actually posting it. Okay, your planning should be taking most of the time, not just posting. Posting is the last stage you do, and it's the smallest component of the whole process. Thinking about the content, making it interactive, planning the timing of the post, and everything else is going to be a lot better for you in doing that. So watch for those things, and this is the new stage of the algorithm, so definitely pay attention to how can I get people to stick around longer, not so much on your page, but on the post itself. So they're in their newsfeed, looking at content, they're scrolling through their posts, looking at them, how can I get them to stick around on mine longer than anybody else's? And that'll help you a lot to get more views and more opportunities to be seen. So any other questions anybody has, jump in. And I don't think we have any on there. I haven't seen anybody come in. So grab some of those. And if you have any other comments or questions on us, if you're watching this in our recording, let us know. Shoot us an email. Talk with us. We're more than happy to help you out. Smart Social is our company. We're a social marketing company. We help businesses use social media effectively. So this is the algorithm that Facebook uses to determine whether your page gets seen by people or not. So this is the way to increase the organic search of your content. Have high value content that people want to interact with, time it out at the right time, make sure it's high value stuff like videos are big on Facebook right now, and make sure that people are spending time on your content. The longer they spend looking at your post, the better it shows that they want to see more. So this will all help you in improving your ability to use Facebook efficiently for your business. So if you have questions, let us know. If you have other questions you think of after our recording, please feel free to reach out to us on social media and ask us, or come to our YouTube channel to watch the other videos from the last episodes we've done on video search, how to get your videos optimized for search engines, other types of things with social media improvements. We talked about the F8 Developer Conference. So follow us with Smart TV. We're going to be back next week as well with another episode talking more about how we can use online marketing and social media to help businesses reach the goals that they have as well. So thanks for tuning in and joining us today. We appreciate it, and we'll talk to you guys next week.